Hello, hello, hello. I guess I got a little story to tell. Just bear with me for a moment. I was doing the two skin textures. Necklord88 had asked about these two skin textures. And I actually did shows for several of the hold on a second. The Pro Manslayer, that's the mod, Pro Manslayer. I had done shows for several of the bodies. Now, these mods, these shows are going to come out in a different order. You're going to see this texture first, even though I did the others first. But I did the show for this texture, this Leyenda skin gloss. Leyenda skin demoniac gloss. This is the one without the tan lines, okay? But I also did a show for the one with the tan lines, which is present in this mod, but you didn't have to have this mod previously, okay? You could have gotten the texture separate. But that texture mod appears to be gone. It has been taken down. It is not here. So I cannot redo that show. That show had, both of those shows had serious sound issues, which is why I'm redoing this one now, and I'm telling you that I can't redo the other one because the sound issue was really bad. And the mod's gone, so there's nothing I can do about that. I will tell you that you will see shows on this and the other Pro Manslayer's body mods that they put up. Assuming those mods haven't been taken down, I mean, well, I'm going to put the shows up anyway. Now, if the mods have been taken down, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm still going to put the shows up probably this week as best I can. I was putting a rush on these skin texture ones, and that's how I found out I had a serious problem, and that's why I came back to redo this one, so sorry about that. I'm going to try to get this one out later today or early tomorrow. Let's see, is that it? There are some other requests I'm working on, such as having to do with divine skin and body and how that works with the UNP body fit armor and the NPC clothes changer that Music Algorithm mentioned, and kind of a vague notion of city mods from Graybeard on Discord. Not to be offensive, because that's kind of a vague thing. It's going to take a little longer because I've got to find some city mods that I think are worth looking at. You know, we might look at this Whiterun one. There's probably some others we could look at, but since you were kind of vague, I'm going to kind of just, you know, respond with some newer things I can find. That's not to be offensive at all. That's just the way it works, you know. If you're more specific, then I can try to do something more specific. So, no offense. That's just the way it is. Nonetheless, so we got those things going, and so those are the things I'm working on right now and trying to get out this week. When you hear this, it will still be this week, even if it's a day or two from now. It's still this week that I'm trying to get these out. So, all right. So I'm not promising I will, but I'm gonna try. So, the first of those. Sorry for such a long intro and update, but the first of those is this Leyenda skin demoniac gloss. Now this is the one without the tan lines, so there's nothing I can do to bring that one back. It's gone. I didn't even look down in work in progress. We can go down there and see. Pardon me. Let's see. These weren't in, you know, work in progress. These had been done. So, wait, what's this? Reach tree replacer. Oh, we might be interested in this. Look at that. Ooh. Anyway, just a thought. There's several new things I want to try to get a look at for us, but it just takes time, and I know I don't get to everything. That's why I say if you have something in particular you really want to see, even though it takes me a little while to get to it, let me know. So let's head down. Now I'll tell you, I've been avoiding work in progress because some people what is this? The Amazing World of Bikini. Oh, this is Morgan Helsing. Well, this could be good. This could be trouble. I don't think I have enough space for it, honestly. Anyway, I'll take a look at this later. Nonetheless, what I was getting at was I've been avoiding work in progress because things that get hung up in work in progress for a long time are very hard for us to deal with, because even if I give you the link and all, I mean, you really have to get on a PC to be able to get that mod and get it into your library or on your favorites list. Because some of these on your Xbox, when you scroll out here, let's say you come to the end of this list, this is not really the end of the list. This is just as far as you can go on your Xbox. There are still more. There's still more, but they didn't make this interface. You know, not to be a complainer, but this interface is not very good. It's very limited. It's very much of like a what should have been like a temporary beginning interface. You know, this interface should have been improved upon so that we can see all the mods that are actually out there. Of course, it would help too if modders, now, and this is not, I'm not trying to pick on everybody or anybody in particular, but I've seen some mods get flagged for almost every category. And I'm sorry, if you're doing a weapon mod, that weapon mod should not be showing up in a bunch of other categories, okay? Now, this actually has quests, so it's in quest. But you'll notice it's also down here in weapons. Does it really have weapons? Maybe it does, okay? But, you know, some things show up in far too many categories, and you know, again, you know, when you're doing a mod, try to be reasonable and try to include it in the category it really belongs in. You know, I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean, it would just really help. Mannequins retexture, hey, that could be cool. It would really help a lot if the categories were not flooded with things that don't apply. So, just saying, okay. Alright, so that was my, wow, I really got off topic again, but you know, I was looking to see if that mod was down there, and it was not. So, the one with the tan lines, the version with the tan lines is not here, so we can't do that. I'm going to move on with this one. I'm so sorry. Maybe I will put a little note at the thing that you can skip ahead. Just remember, you can always skip ahead in my videos if you need to, if I'm going long. So we're going to go ahead and go look at this. I have Jade ready to roll. She's already outfitted with this mod, with this skin texture. And it's really not a hard thing to show. A skin texture is easy to show. Now she's going to be using the 7 base Opie body that Wickwa put up with the chainmail bikini. See, she's using that. That's what I've just decided to stick with that type of thing. That's what I like. And as much as I thought about changing, I could change temporarily, but not forever. So that's just the way it is. That's just me. That's no offense to anybody intended. Alright, so anyway, you can see she's got the little freckles here and the moles. This texture has those moles and freckles. It has a lot of gloss, which I'm not really into, but if you're into that, it definitely has it. It looks kind of baby oil, sweaty, shiny. However you want to think of it. I guess if you think of it as baby oil, that could be something, or if you think of it as if you like I don't know. I mean, to me, I don't like that much shine. But you know, you should like what you like. And see, she's got the almost like the 6-pack abs. You know, that's not my Jade. I can tell you, but that's okay. I think they did a good job, and I said this previously when I did this show before. I think they did a really nice job. The skin texture looks good. I think this is what they intended. It looks really good if you like this. Now, it's not really my thing. Like I think I said that already. But it looks like they did a good job. They painted it up like they wanted, and it looks like it works. I've not seen any issues with it. I've tried Have I tried much? Well, I tried, oh yeah, I tried messing with the complexion and stuff, and I'll show you that. I'm sorry. Because I've already done this show once, I might have a tendency to try to forget, but like you can still play the skin tone for one. Now the skin tone does not get quite as dark. I think that's probably due to the glow. And I think I had Jade pretty bright white already, so having that, having that shine with that skin tone is a little much. But then this doesn't look exactly right either. This just looks very tan. It doesn't really look as dark as it probably should. Again though, it's your preference. It's really not any of my business. Complexion wise, that just seems to change the freckles on her face. It doesn't really seem to do much else. It certainly doesn't do anything to the moles on her body, and it just changes the freckles on her face. I can't tell much difference other than that. The texture does appear to affect her face a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I can't describe it exactly, but it does appear to me that it affects her. Now I tried dirt to see if this made a difference to the moles on her body, but it doesn't. Let's see, was there anything else? The rest of this is how Jade was. I don't intend to change her. I could take her cheek color out, and that would help. Like, if you notice her face when we do the skin tone, I had that cheek color on, and that made it have a slightly different appearance. But she still has a little bit of that. It's alright. It's just something I was noticing. It's not really a big deal. I give her a little cheek color normally. Okay, so anyway, eyes, eye color, that's fine. So all this stuff I'm just going to leave alone. I'm not going to mess with all that. Just wanted to show you the complexion and the skin tone. I don't think there's much else to say. This is a texture. They seem to have done a pretty good job with it. You'll either like it or you won't. It's very shiny, and it does give her body moles, just kind of, they're not totally random. They are placed because they are the same on everybody, and they're all placed in the same places always. So this is something that person, crafted, I suppose. And the freckles on the face, probably very similar. They placed that there for whatever reason. That's just how they did it. They wanted the freckles. So there's nothing wrong with that. You could do, you could do a whole body of freckles if you wanted to. I don't know if I've seen a skin texture like that. I'm kind of surprised I haven't, now that I think about it. Anyway, so this mod, let me grab some water while that loads. Sorry. So this mod is pretty big. The one with the tan lines was pretty big too. It was slightly larger than this. Okay, so this texture is pretty big. It's bigger than my normal texture by like 3 times more. Let me see if I can find it. Again, I'm lost. There we go. Alright, so yeah, okay, so here was the previous one with the tan lines. Since I still have it, I'm going to do the show on it. I don't know if they'll bring it back or not, but I am going to do the show on it. But notice I don't have a description to tell you like this one does. And it is slightly bigger, and it has the tan lines. So I'm going to redo my show on that. That's great. I'm going to redo my show on that one. So you can expect that right after this. But this one, however, I don't know if they'll bring it back. That's the one with the tan lines, and it's gone right now. So I'm done with this one, and I am going to remove this. I'm not going to bring this back. Well, no, I will wait and make sure this show is good because I've already had that trouble once. But nonetheless, it's 196, I mean, I'm just going to say it's around 197 megabytes. It's basically, you need 200 megabytes. So it's pretty big. It's interesting. It's good. I feel like it does what they wanted it to do. So hopefully, if you like this type of thing, you will like it. And if you don't, then hey, skip it. That's just the way it is. We all have our preferences. So it's not my thing. So once I get this show done and I know the show is good, I'm going to drop it. But for right now, I'm not going to delete either one of them until I know I have a good finished show. Okay. Alright, so sorry, this show's a little long because of all the front-loaded talking. So I apologize for that. Just bear with me on these things. Sometimes, things are happening that we don't control, such as the other mod being taken down. So, alright. Thanks for watching. I will, no. Well, you know what? I forgot my outro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.